wrestling ball always stands tall. And I sure hope that I end up right in the XWF. So what are you gonna do when the XWF runs wild on you?
Oh my fucking god. I have never... Oh my god, I've never seen anything this bad. I've never seen anything this fucking bad. I can't... There's no intro for this. There's no way to preface this. This is the worst thing we've ever seen. Absolutely the worst thing we've ever seen. Oh my fucking god, Austin.
I have no words.
So... we watched the first episode of the XWF. What is the XWF, you may ask? Well, let me just look it up real quick here, and I'll tell you. Because it'll be easier to tell you from this Wikipedia than for me to try to explain it to you. This is the first of 3 episodes. We're going to be covering all 3 because this is something in the history of the wrestling business that is so terrible. It is so cursed. It is cursed beyond belief. And me and Austin are going to be covering all of it. So, what is the XWF, or the Excitement Wrestling Federation, is what that stands for. So, the XWF was a American professional wrestling promotion that operated from 2001 to 2002. Keep in mind, that was, I believe, November 2001 to, January 2002? It was not very long at all. So it was founded in 2001, and it was defunct in 2002. Oh boy. So
I just don't...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, man, I just don't know what to fucking even say, bro.
So, this says the previous number 2 and 3 American promotions, WCW and ECW, had folded earlier in 2001, leaving only one national company, WWF. As such, the letter X in XWF stood for the missing variable in the sport. The official definition of the X became excitement, as cited by Mean Gene Okerlund. So the formation, the idea of XWF was generated when Kevin Harrington pitched the idea of replacing the then AOL Time Warner owned WCW, which was purchased by rival competitor the WWF. He suggested this plan to several wrestling superstars, Austin, including Hulk Hogan, Jimmy Hart, the Nasty Boys, and Greg the Hammer Valentine. These conversations led to the X Wrestling Federation coming together and Hart becoming the president of the company. The basis of the XWF was to create a wrestling promotion showcasing, there's no way, Austin, family-friendly entertainment. Would you say what we watched in this was family-friendly? Because I don't think I would. With Jerry Lawler, what he said, that definitely wasn't family-friendly.
I wouldn't show this to an adult, let alone a family.
So, the basis was to create a promotion showcasing family-friendly entertainment, all while displaying the talents of past legends and future superstars, similar to the format that was used on WCW Saturday Night and WCW Main Event. The intent was to create a PG style of wrestling that was similar to what WCW presented before the NWO was formed. It would also give the wrestlers another place to work since the WWF had become the only nationally televised wrestling organization. The initial XWF tapings were conducted in November 2001 at Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, in the soundstage, oh my god, that used to be the home of the WCW tapings and later the home for Impact Wrestling's TV tapings. So, which that's a perfect thing that they said that, because when we watched this, I told Austin what this is. This was after WCW, but before TNA. So this fucking thing is a really fucking weird hybrid of, this is like WCW and TNA combined. I'm dead fucking serious. This was literally WCW 2000 and like early TNA combined. Bro, this was extremely cursed. Maybe that's what they should have called it. Extremely cursed wrestling.
Definitely, honestly, my brain is so fried that I would watch, like, legitimately any wrestling show other than this
So you would
to
watch
reset my
AEW
brain.
over this?
No,
You said
not
any
AEW.
wrestling show.
Okay, not any wrestling show. Anything besides AEW, bro. To, like, refresh my brain, dude. Like, I don't even know what we watch, dude. Like, everything just kept happening. Like, everything just kept on and kept on. And it kept getting more
It was like
and more and more
WCW
cursed.
2000 where like just so much cursed stuff keeps happening and you just don't get a second to breathe. That was this.
It was like, okay, so to describe it, it was like WCW 2000 on the pacing, but in terms of curseness, it was like TNA 2010. Like, that is what we were dealing with.
Our 2
Like,
year in reviews combined, like I said.
it was so fucking bad.
So, former WCW play-by-play announcer Tony Schiavone and former WWF commentator Jerry Lawler were brought in to call the matches. Lawler had left WWF earlier in the year in protest after he felt they had unfairly fired his then-wife Stacey Carter, the Cat. Shortly after the tapings, Lawler and Carter divorced. So after XWF, they divorced. Then Lawler mended fences with the WWF and asked the XWF to be let out of his contract. Wait, Jerry Lawler was contracted?
Are you fucking serious?
Wait, so the wrestlers weren't contracted, but Jerry Lawler was? What? They also brought in Mean Gene Okerlund to be their interviewer. The storylines were based on a struggle for power in the company between Rena Mero, formerly Sable, who was the heel CEO. Yes, that's right. Sable, and we'll get to this later, Sable is the CEO of the company. By the way, it's not just a character, because when we looked into this, she actually was the CEO, like legitimately. And Rowdy Roddy Piper, the babyface commissioner. The XWF roster was a mixture of former WWF, WCW, and ECW stars, as well as several indie stars. Awesome, get this. They brought in Hulk Hogan with the hope that he would be both a wrestler and a part owner of the company. He would then wrestle... Oh, go ahead.
So you're telling me they put him all over and they didn't even know if he would be a part of it?
Apparently. He would then wrestle and defeat Kurt Hennig, who was accompanied by his agent Bobby Heenan in his only match at the tapings. Then it lists the entire roster. I'm not going to read the entire roster because... okay, Austin, 10 episodes were taped apparently, and prepared for broadcast. The talents were only signed for the initial set of tapings. Shortly after the tapings, WWF owner Vince McMahon poached several of their key talents, such as Jerry Lawler, Hulk Hogan, Kurt Hennig, Roddy Piper, and others. So they banked on Hulk Hogan, and after only a few tapings, Vince McMahon signed Hulk Hogan. Jimmy Hart expressed his frustration during an interview. He explained that they would go to network executives to pitch the show. The executives would get excited by the roster, but Hart and company would then have to explain that several talents were no longer with the XWF and had gone to the WWF. They would then get turned down. During the tapings, a joint angle was worked with the Puerto Rico-based World Wrestling Council, which began by having Ray Gonzalez appear backstage speaking to Hogan, Bagwell, and other talents in an effort to have them join his La Familia del Millenio stable. This was worked along WAP-TV, which produced a primetime special titled XWF vs. WWC Invasion, but the angle was heavily modified since it featured the reduced roster and Gonzalez left for IWA Pro Wrestling. More cards were promoted, with WWC ultimately winning a series where the only consequential outcome was a title change of the XWF World Tag Team titles. Following the initial tapings held in the fall of 2001, the XWF held their first three shows in Hammond, Indiana, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Green Bay, Wisconsin. In spring 2002, the promotion ran more shows and a series of house shows in Texas. In addition to the wrestlers that stayed on, oh my God, Austin, the XWF brought in Rey Mysterio, who teamed with his longtime friend Conan, who faced the Nasty Boys, and hardcore legend Terry Funk, who wrestled Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
The XWF scheduled a second series of house shows in Michigan, but ultimately had to cancel them due to low ticket sales. After not being able to secure a television deal, the promotion later folded. Jimmy Hart then acquired the rights for XWF for an undetermined amount in 2004. In September 2004, the idea of bringing a special television series about the XWF to the Wrestling Channel and likely other channels thereafter was explored by Hart. The collaboration with WWC was briefly revived during this time. In July 2005, the XWF released a 3 DVD series called In Your Face, The Lost Episodes of the XWF. It featured 19 matches from the original Universal Studios tapings, with extras including an interview with Hulk Hogan. The series is hosted by Jimmy Hart and Brian Knobbs. They also broadcast a series of pay-per-views on Dish Network featuring matches from the tapings. Apparently there's a section called Redesign. In November 2008, the XWF relaunched its wrestling website displaying a new logo. In January 2009, it was rumored that there were talks of a possible pay-per-view similar to how TNA and Ring of Honor received their television deals. Also, footage from the XWF invasion of WWC in 2002 was to be released. Additionally, plans were underway to launch a series of matches featuring living legends from 2001, new up-and-coming talent, as well as remaining members make personal appearances for the XWF. A special collector's set including a DVD, t-shirt, autographs, and an actual piece of the ring apron from the 2001 tapings was expected to be released later in 2009. As of 2024, no further activity from the relaunched XWF has taken place, and the website has since been taken down.
I just.
So the titles they had was the XWF Heavyweight Championship, the XWF Tag Team Championship, the XWF Cruiserweight Championship, and the XWF Women's Championship. Talks of a fifth championship were rumored, and if it was created, it would have been a mid-card title, but never happened. Oh my god, everybody was a one-time champion except Kid Cash. Kid Cash was the only two-time champion. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, and that's the end of this XWF article. So, I hope you enjoyed that.
I
That's a
didn't.
little bit of history about the XWF and what it was, what it tried to be, and what it ended up becoming, and what happened to it ultimately. Um, so yeah, this was another one of Hulk Hogan's failures in his career, and just a failure altogether, I would say. Not even just of Hulk Hogan, a failure of pretty much everybody involved. Um, the, to say the least, this fucking shit was, to say the least, a massive L for everybody involved in this. Um, so yeah, I guess we can get into the first episode, and because these are the only 3 episodes that have ever been released. All the other episodes are, I'm assuming they're considered lost media at this point. Apparently, fucking Jimmy Hart has them, so I don't know why Jimmy Hart just doesn't fucking release them. But fucking
Please don't release them. Please just keep them in your vault. I don't ever like, dude. After we get done with these three, I don't ever want to see no more XWF. This is fucking terrible.
Are you sure,
Like,
Austin?
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Oh my god. Well, fucking the rest of the fucking, they said 10 episodes that were filmed. I guess they're just going to be lost media forever. Um, and maybe it's
Good.
better that way. But we're
It is better.
covering the only 3 episodes that were ever released. So I guess we can go ahead and get into the first episode of the XWF that was released, um, which was the pilot episode of XWF, obviously. Um, so the first thing we see is Hulk Hogan. The very first thing we see is a thing of Hulk Hogan wearing an XWF shirt with American Made playing, and he rips his XWF shirt and talks
Twice.
about the XWF and says it's in your face and all this shit.
But keep in
Then,
mind, he also said there was no more prima donnas with
yep,
him himself being the prima donna.
yep, fucking, because Hulk Hogan and fucking. So then we get an opening of the show, and it's this really cursed looking design with like lightning, and the XWF logo looks so cursed. You'll see it in the thumbnail. And so fucking then the show opens, like I said, with the arena. The arena looks like complete dog shit. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. Excuse me, they were doing, but the stage looked fucking terrible. It was just all this like gray, and it had a XWF, like a tiny ass XWF logo on it. And then the ring was like all gray, and it had this big ass XWF logo on the ring mat, and then it had the ring apron that had this really cursed looking XWF logo on it. And then
Don't forget the yellow ropes and the red turnbuckles for Hulk Hogan.
yep. And the arena was fucking small, obviously, because that's the same place where they filmed TNA, and it was literally just like a fucking
Bro,
backlot at
TNA
Universal
looked big.
Studios.
Bro, no. TNA looked fucking bigger. I don't know where the fuck. This is not the same one. There's no fucking way.
I don't know. They said it
TNA looks
is.
so much bigger, bro. I just can't, bro. We get fucking Lena, fucking Sable. I'm just gonna call her fucking Sable, the fucking cunt. And she's out there
Oh,
and she's talking
awesome!
about how.
Before that, don't forget we get Tony Schiavone welcoming us to XWF, and he announces Jerry the King Lawler, and Jerry Lawler comes out with this WWF theme, and he comes out with the cat, or I'm sorry, the kitten as they're calling her in XWF, and Jerry Lawler talks about how if Tony Schiavone has any needs, that the cat will take care of it, basically saying that she would fucking suck him off or jack him off if he needed her to. It was so fucked. And then that's when we get Rena, Austin's favorite.
Fucking cunt. She's talking about all these wrestling companies and promotions are run by sleazy men. When she's got her
Mm-hmm.
fucking tits out, and she introduces Roddy Piper, the commissioner. And Roddy Piper is delusional and fucking drunk because he fucking sat there and said, "Oh, fucking Lena, I'm so glad we have somebody with brains and talent." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Fuck, shut the fuck up, dude."
Yeah, because apparently she has fucking brains.
She gives Brock Lesnar some brain, but she don't have any. And like, bro, after that, what was the first match? I can't even think of what the first match was.
Oh, you don't recall the first match? They promoted it big as the first match, Austin. The first ever XWF match was none other than Big Vito versus Buff Bagwell.
Oh yeah, I just
It's so fucking
you
gross,
know,
dude.
and the worst part about it is fucking Buff Bagwell was wearing his Charmed gear,
Mm-hmm.
and he beat Big Vito,
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
and that was it. The match lasted maybe 2 minutes.
Yep.
I'm just trying to think of what the next match was. If it seems like we're glossing over the matches, it's because that's how they felt, dude.
Well, don't forget, Austin. They showed a little promo for the Kiss Demon, and they actually got fucking Gene Simmons to be on this shit. Some fucking how.
I don't even know why. Why would you do that to yourself? Like, I don't.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Oh my god. These matches were so terrible, by the way. Like every one of these matches was terrible. Um,
No.
but you know, next we get this real banger of a match, Austin. We get I can't even, dude. We get fucking Marty Jannetty versus fucking what was this guy's name? Hale? Was that his name?
Yeah, Hale.
Oh my god. So you want to explain who Hale is?
Oh yeah, I looked it up. Hale was supposed to be in 1999. Was brought into WCW to face Hulk Hogan for the World Championship, and instead of facing Hulk Hogan for the World Championship, they decided to book him to lose to Lex Luger
Mm-hmm.
and Barry Windham. And not only Barry Windham, you want to know what gimmick Barry Windham had?
Hmm.
He was a golfer.
Oh, oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah. So, that's Hale.
Yep, and well, what they did with Hale here was they booked him against Marty Jannetty, and they tried to make him look like a monster. And legitimately, all he did in this match, I'm not even shitting you, was he clotheslines Marty Jannetty, picks him up to show his strength, power slams Marty Jannetty, 1, 2, 3. That was the entire fucking match.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. That was the entirety of this match. That was it.
Legitimately, I started looking up who Hale was when he was coming out, and then by the time I got done looking up who Hale was, the match was over.
Yeah, legitimately. this was so bad. Like, Marty Jannetty was wearing some fucking goddamn. It was like this gray and black like trunks that he was wearing. It was really fucking weird. I don't know what in the hell he was wearing, but it was cursed. And he just gets dominated by Hale. And there was fucking signs in the crowd saying like Hale destroys Goldberg and shit. I don't know like why this guy, whoever the fuck he is, was just like so over with this crowd. I don't understand it.
I don't get it either. I don't get it either.
Like like and fucking wasn't he was managed by fucking who was his manager? Jimmy Hart, right? Was it Jimmy Hart?
Uh, I believe so.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, it was Jimmy Hart. And fucking oh my god, the commentators, fucking Tony Schiavone and Jerry Lawler, were calling this guy a fucking monster and all this fucking shit. Oh my fucking god, dude. This is so terrible.
If I'm correct, wasn't the next match the Ian Harrison versus Horace Hogan match?
Hold on, let me see. Yes, indeed, it was. Oh my god.
Horace Hogan, Hulk
Yep.
Hogan's nephew, didn't even get an entrance,
Nope, he
and he
didn't
got
need one.
his ass kicked by
Oh
this
yeah.
roided up fucking behemoth known as Ian Harrison, who, by the way, we have never seen before this. So yeah, and he looks like he's on fucking steroids out the ass.
Yeah.
So yeah, fucking
He they did
goddamn.
say when Ian Harrison came out, they said apparently he was like a famous wrestler in like Europe and shit. And they said that this was the first time that he ever wrestled in the United States. Just think about that.
Oh, he
The
also
first fucking
crushed.
time.
The way he won was he did the OnlyFans submission where he sat there and put his fucking thighs in between. He like did this fucking head scissors and squished Horace Hogan's head with his thighs,
Yes.
and Horace Hogan tapped out.
Keep in mind, he was fucking destroying Horace Hogan. He was throwing this man across the ring like he was nothing, bro. And Horace Hogan's
And
not a small
Horace,
man.
no, he's like over 6 foot tall, dude.
Yeah,
Let me actually see how fucking tall Horace Hogan is. Let me fucking see.
I think he said he was like 6'2", right?
I believe so. Horace Hogan height. He's 6'5".
Oh my god. Oh my
Oh
fucking
my
god.
god. He was throwing this man. He's 6'5". And he was throwing this man like a sack of fucking potatoes.
Bro, that's how you
Dude.
know this man was like roided the fuck up if you're throwing a 6'5" man around like that. Like, there's no way you're not on fucking steroids, dog. There's no way. And he fucking wins. And, yeah, fucking, it was fucking cursed. And they were promoting this guy like he's gonna be a fucking big fucking thing for XWF. So, yeah. But, they were promoting this team called, it was Dawn Marie and fucking, what did they call themselves? The Force or something like that?
Force.
Yeah, Maximum Force with fucking Dawn Marie. And fucking, we don't know who the fuck these guys are, so.
I don't even know, dude.
But they're promoting them. Oh, well, Austin, don't forget, they showcased some celebrities, like, fucking, they had a segment with, Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Willie Nelson, don't forget.
Don't forget Alice Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
As well, and fucking Carlos Colon.
Yep. But if you're wondering what match was next, we get to talk about the cruiserweight match that Roddy Piper booked. That he pretty much said it can end by pin, submission, or getting thrown over the top rope. He said, "Who cares? It doesn't matter." And whoever wins will be the first ever XWF Cruiserweight Champion.
So, the only people I recognized in this match was AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Kid Cash, Low Key, Psychosis, and fucking Juventud Guerrera.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know who. There was 2 other people in this match. Don't know who the fuck they were.
Apparently, one of them was named Quick Kick or some shit like that. I don't know.
I will say, fucking Jimmy Hart and goddamn Brian Knobbs were saying, "Oh, yeah, this was an amazing match between AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, and Kid Cash in a triple threat." And then it pans to it. It's a fucking battle royal, and AJ Styles isn't even in the final 3.
Mm-hmm.
This battle royal was dog shit. Fucking final 2 are goddamn Christopher Daniels and Kid Cash. Kid Cash has a shitty ass kick to knock out fucking Christopher Daniels, and it's over. Like that was it. It was trash, and Kid Cash is the fucking cruiserweight champion. That show, that fucking, the show is trash, but this fucking match was even more trash, dude.
Oh yeah. Also, when I was looking at that Wikipedia, you know how I said only one person was ever a 2-time champion? That was Kid Cash.
Mm-hmm. I know. You explained that.
Yep, you're the only person.
So,
was 2-time champ.
Fucking after that, wasn't it? Goddamn Nasty Boys. Isn't
it
was
was the Nasty Boys versus the Shane Twins. Now you might be wondering, who in the fuck are the Shane Twins? Well, they're these 2 big, jacked fucking bald guys that me and Austin don't know who the fuck they are. Apparently, they were in WWE at one point, and apparently when I looked into it now, them and this other former WWE guy named Bam Neely, apparently they opened a strip club together. So there's that. But these guys fucking faced the Nasty Boys, and when I tell you, like, this match was a fucking shoot by the Nasty Boys. This was a fucking shoot, bro. The Nasty Boys were legit shooting on these guys, to where we seen Jerry Sags throw one of these guys into the ring post so fucking hard, and we hear Brian Knobbs yell at Jerry Sags and tell him to calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
They were hitting shoot punches, and then the Shane twins get a roll-up pin on Brian Knobbs, right? They win the match, and then Brian Knobbs starts shoot fighting them, and Jerry Sags starts shoot fighting them, and they just start legitimately beating these guys up. And as if it wasn't chaotic enough, all we hear is, "Ooh, what a rush!" And the fucking Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, come out, and they scare off the Nasty Boys, and the Road Warriors raise the Shane twins' hands, and that was about it from that. That was fucking atrocious, dude. It was so bad. Like, what in the fuck is this shit? Like, honestly, I've seen some bad shit in wrestling from us watching WCW and TNA and all this shit. I've seen some bad shit, but I have never seen a show this fucking atrocious where every match was terrible, every single person was so goddamn cursed. I've never seen anything this bad. Like, what in the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I was at a loss for words at how bad this was. But that wasn't the last match of the night, because there was one final match, Austin.
Yep.
Because the main event of the evening, the first ever XWF main event, was it was not for the world title, by the way. It was not for the world title.
No.
This match was Kurt Hennig with Bobby the Brain Heenan versus Vampiro. Yes, that was the main event. I'm not joking. Why?
Yeah.
I don't know why it was the main event, but it was the main event. And this was terrible. So we get this terrible promo of fucking Vampiro trying to act all dark and mysterious and everything, and fucking Vampiro's talking about how this is the resurrection of Vampiro's career and shit. And then fucking Bobby the Brain Heenan comes out. He's wearing like these fucking sunglasses, and he gets in the ring, and he starts talking about fucking whoever the ring announcer was. He tells him to get out of the ring, and he's like, "Oh, you doing the ring introduction for my agent wouldn't do justice to him." And he fucking introduces Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, and Kurt Hennig makes his way out into the arena. He already had his fucking straps down. He looked like he did not give a shit about being there. And so Kurt Hennig comes to the ring, and then Vampiro comes out wearing a fucking dress, I might add. He was wearing a fucking dress. Why, I could not tell you. And he gets in the ring, takes off this dress, and reveals that he has pants on under it. Again, why, I could not tell you. And they have this match. Keep in mind, at this point, there's 5 minutes left of the show. So, fucking... You want to fucking talk about this match? Because fucking... Jesus Christ, dude.
So this trash ass match, pretty shit. It got to a point where Bobby the Brain Heenan was about to fucking use something to knock out fucking Vampiro, and here comes old ass Roddy Piper, and he fucking takes the fucking Nux or whatever the fuck Bobby the Brain Heenan was gonna use, and he hits Kurt Hennig with it, and Vampiro hits a fucking shitty ass Michinoku driver. 1, 2, 3, it's over.
Yep.
That was it.
Yep. This is so terrible. This entire show was so terrible. Keep in mind, The episode of this was only 49 minutes. You realize fucking that was like almost the fucking length of Saturday Morning Slam. Like, that
Mm-hmm.
is terrible, bro. Like, what in the fuck, dude? If you're
It's one
wondering,
of the worst things I've ever seen.
Hulk Hogan was not on this episode, by the way. Hulk Hogan, he was in like a couple of the fucking scenes of him just tearing his shirt, but other than that, Hulk Hogan was fucking nowhere to be found. And so yeah, fucking there was that. Nowhere to be found, Mr. Hulk Hogan. Uh, on one of these shows, I'm pretty sure he wrestles Kurt Hennig. If if it's not on one of these shows, I believe somebody uploaded the match on Daily Motion, so we'll have to fucking watch it.
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus fucking Christ, this has to be like the worst wrestling show I ever watched. If not, it's damn near. It is damn near, bro. This everything was bad. Like, it's not too often we get wrestling shows. Like, usually there's something, at least one thing that is at least decent. This had nothing. Everything was bad. Everything was cursed. Everything was fucked. Everything was shit. Everything was absolutely abhorrent on this show. And the fact that they were, like, taping this to try to put this on television, there's no way this would have got on television, bro. There's no fucking
No
way.
way.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Oh my god. Well, that's definitely not the end of the XWF, because there's 2 more episodes left that we're going to be getting into here. Basically, we're going to be releasing the reviews of these episodes separately, but for the sake of when we put this together as an omnibus, we're going to have the next 2 episodes like right after this. So, but yeah, we got 2 more episodes of XWF left. And I believe each episode is about the same length. So there's that. And from what I've seen scrolling through it, because somebody uploaded this video, basically the whole thing from the DVD of like all 3 episodes back to back to back. So all in one video, and it's only like 2.5 hours. Which,
Yeah.
do you realize the entirety of XWF that's watchable is shorter than TNA Genesis?
Oh.
Yeah, just think about that. Um, so yeah, fucking that was XWF episode 1. Your thoughts coming out of it, Austin? Just like,
I want to die.
do you think this is gonna get worse from here?
Yes.
Well, from some of the stuff I've seen scrolling through it definitely looks like it's gonna get a lot worse. So, fucking yeah. That was XWF episode 1, and we will be back with XWF episode number 2. It's probably going to be way more cursed, so stay tuned for that, brother.